This meeting is being recorded. The recording does not constitute the official record of this meeting. All documents from this meeting are available at the school board page on the district website. Meeting is called to order. Please stand for the pledge. The pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Any revisions to the agenda, Dustin?
No.
Okay. Any public comment today? I can't see any, right?
Not here.
We do, Chris Toy and Kennedy Campa are online, and they were just
Okay.
gonna talk quickly about the math pilot.
Okay.
If that's okay, 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, I think we
It's
don't have that on discussion and action.
It's discussion and action item number 5, but they'd like to make comments about it now due to possible internet issues.
Sure, I'm fine with that.
Thank you. So I guess a little bit of lead up, Kennedy and Chris were part of the math committee that went through and evaluated. We have all the math materials over here throughout the year, and I just wanted them to share a little bit of the process from their perspective.
Great.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to start. Can you hear me?
We got you.
Yep.
Awesome. We explored several curriculums and we ended up narrowing it down to 2, which was Experience and Amplify. We then explored them in our classrooms to see how practical they were, how our students responded to them. And through that process is how we picked Amplify. What I liked about Amplify is it's both digital and physical. It also has a lot of intervention resources, which is new. And it has centers, which I would think would be really valuable, not just in my classroom, but K through 5 as well. And it also has personalized practice based on individual student diagnostics. So those are my main takeaways from Amplify and why I was motivated to choose that curriculum.
Kind of going off of what Kennedy said, something else that we were looking for was a screener for our students so we could see where they're all at as they end the school year and start the school year and how we can meet their needs. And Amplify kind of offered that. We went through a couple of curriculums, 4 or 5 I think we started with. So Amplify seemed to meet all of our needs. I liked using it in the classroom last year and I'm excited to start with it this year.
Great, thank you guys. Anything else to add?
Definitely.
Anything else you want to add, Brittany? Or
Let's
I can
wait
talk about
until
it later.
let's wait until the discussion and action item.
perfect. Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, ladies.
Move on to an approval of the minutes, please.
I move. No, you do it. So I don't have it right.
I motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting as presented.
Second.
We do have 2 on there,
Um,
the 8th and 24th.
Okay. I for the 8th of July and the 24th of July.
Great.
so,
Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to superintendent report, please.
Yeah, I'll be brief. I gave my report to those present. Enrollment, when I did the report this morning, we were at 364. I would say now we're at 361.
Oh, no.
So I mean, we're trending down. I mean, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
And so the high school is gonna start the year unless something changes between now and the 26th. At 108, the middle school at 98 and the elementary school at 158. So we'll keep a close eye on that. I'm sure the budget committee will be working and looking at the long term, the historical enrollment, but we're now down to about fiscal year 2017 numbers, even 2016, fiscal year 2016 numbers. So that's where we're at. And then moving on, just the facilities, we're ready to go. The custodial crew did a great job this summer. And then the housing project, we redesigned it, and I think it's going to be in front of the HOA, hopefully in 2 weeks.
Any thought on if that's going to be delayed anymore, or is that going to be okay, you think?
I mean, I hope not. We ticked all the boxes that they asked us to
Okay.
tick for the first project. So
Okay.
I'll see what they say, and then I'll kind of bring the mock-ups and you guys can have a look at them. It'll really be helpful though if we can get that in by a year from now. Have them ready for occupancy a year from now. Money's still, the money that we received grant wise is still just waiting for us to use.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Any other questions? Thanks, Dustin. Move on to middle and high school report, please.
Thanks, Matt. So we're just in the final preparations for the school year. The facilities look great. Our schedules have been audited for the students. Any other registrations coming in, we're handling on lockers, transcripts, we're ready to go. We have orientation next week with grade 6 and new students on Thursday. And then we welcome our teachers back, new teachers on Friday of this week. And then Monday, we have a first aid CPR wilderness emergency training with all of our expedition teachers, which is going to be a great 2-day experience for them to get them ready for expedition, which will be a big focus next week. And then our toddle integration is progressing. We still have some work to do, but I just wanted to give a shout out to Jarrett and LaDon, who have done a lot of the heavy lifting to help with that data transfer. We have teacher training scheduled for next week as our first kind of phase of the rollout. And once the teachers are ready, then we will move to the students and the parents. And then the cell phone lockers are up and ready to go, thanks to Jarrett and Carrie. So
Awesome.
there we have it.
Awesome.
So they're lockers.
Yeah.
And where are they?
They're in the STEAM wing.
Very nice.
We have a system.
Great.
And we have cameras
Oh,
around the lockers. So it'll be a good, secure scenario.
what is this?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that rolls out.
Yes, the lockers will be open
Perfect.
at the beginning of the day. We'll close
Yeah.
it at 8:30.
Yeah, and if it's not in there, then,
We have a backup system that
Okay.
you need in the front office,
oh,
so we are ready to
oh,
go.
wow.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
thank you.
Raise your
Thanks,
hand
Marlo.
if you knew LaDon still works for us.
I do. Awesome.
After all that
Great.
retirement stuff.
I
Excellent. All right, move on to elementary, please, Brittany.
Yeah. We're ready for the return. In fact, our staff was back yesterday. We had professional development with Carol Tolman. I've talked a little bit about letters training, which is the literacy essentials for teachers of reading and spelling. She's one of the creators of that program. And thankfully, she has really good friends in the area, so she comes here. So we always nab her when she's already traveling. She comes up, but she is so incredibly knowledgeable and engaging, and so we got to spend the day with her yesterday. And I'm working on finalizing the schedule and kind of mapping things out for the year. Our PD committee will meet next week and we'll kind of look at how we want to spend our Wednesday professional development time and work on the first quarter so that our staff has input on that. And then on the IB side of things, I'm working on getting the year set up and assessing some training needs with staff, kind of auditing and making sure we have returning staff that had training and new staff that doesn't, so just working on it. Alrighty.
Muted there. Sorry. Great. Thanks, Brittany. Appreciate that. Dustin, are you doing DP? I'm sorry, I didn't see Tim there.
No, in September, we'll present around kind of the college credit that was awarded during the last testing cycle.
Great. Okay. Move on to activities, please.
You bet. First of all, great work by both coaches and athletes utilizing our facilities for summer practices. I think that made a big difference. Kids were in the weight room, kids were on the field, in the gym. That's awesome. I think that's going to give them a good jump start for the season. We have our fall sports. They kick off August 15th with the first day of practice for LPHS soccer, football, and volleyball. I think having that practice field this year is going to be great for the soccer and football programs. That's going to be, it just already has made scheduling practices so much easier. So kudos to the folks that have, maintained that space and helped us prepare it for this year. And schedules as of now, are up to date and on the website. They're under the athletic documents area. And the rolling marquee of athletic schedules is pretty much done. There was a couple that didn't go through. I'm working with Tim to get that fixed, but there's pretty much everything should be on there, or if not, will be by hopefully tomorrow.
Great. And how are the numbers looking with everybody?
It's hard to tell. I was going to give you the numbers registered right now, but I think with fall, especially this time of year when people are still coming back from the summer, I think they're a little skewed. For example, right now there's 8 registered for football. I know there's more than that. So, it's, so I'll send that reminder email again to get everyone registered. But I think we're going to be okay. Volleyball looks a little thin again. I'm a little worried about that, but I think that we should have enough to at least field the varsity and JV there.
Great.
Soccer?
Soccer for the boys. Again, I can give you the numbers registered, but I would anticipate, I think, according to the coaches list, probably for the boys 22-ish, for the girls 21 right now. So the soccer looks healthy. Yeah. And coach, for the football team, what do you think? Like 18 to 20 probably?
That would be on the high end. I'm thinking 16, 18.
16, 18, yeah.
Nice. Great. Excellent. Thanks, John.
Yep.
We're saving business report till later.
Yep.
Okay. All right. No committee reports I see, so we'll move on to discussion and action.
I make a motion to approve the audit engagement letter as presented.
I second the motion.
So this is the yearly engagement letter that will us to look at fiscal year 25.
And nothing's different, obviously.
Did their cost go?
Cost went up by a couple $100, but they're coming a month early.
Yeah.
They're coming in October. So
Is that good?
Is it over with?
Yeah. Okay, great. Any other questions?
No.
Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Okay, I'll make a motion to. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna make the motion to approve Nate Lucas as a student teacher for the fall semester.
I second the motion.
So his information was in your packet.
Yeah.
He's gonna be working with Tony Coppola.
Nice.
Does he go on expedition as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Nice. Extra set of hands is always useful.
Which trip?
I think Tony was talking about going to Ramshorn, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Lake, yeah. So, great. Any other questions? Seeing none, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That's unanimously.
Your turn.
Move on. Number 3.
I motion to approve the enclosed online learning providers for Big Sky School District students. You have to say.
I second it. And also I couldn't find, I'm losing it. Do we?
It's a big list.
Yeah, it's a big list.
I was surprised how many there were.
Yeah, so this was tabled from last time, so this is OPI's approved list, so then we can just plug kids in when we need them.
Okay.
And that doesn't, like, we know a lot of these, some of these we even were the ones who got them approved.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, if we know one's super duper weak and it's not an emergency situation, we don't have to approve it.
Is it here? It's right here. And we don't.
Yeah.
We don't have to pay for these, right?
No, these are just ones that are approved.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are approved, so sometimes we pay, sometimes we don't.
Like Emoji.
Yep.
So I
Great.
don't, Oh, there's BYU's on there.
Any other questions? Okay. Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on to number 4, please.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve a maximum of $60 per hour for athletic training services for fall sports 2025. Thank you.
I second the motion.
Yeah, I mean, we'd really kind of need to have an athletic trainer on site for our home games, soccer, football, and volleyball. So if you approve up to the $60, that should do it. In the past, we've kind of had volunteers. You try to get someone from Lone Peak Physical Therapy or here or there. They could take the kids, they can be there to respond to an emergency. And I can at least speak for football. Whenever we go to an away game, somebody's there.
Yeah.
They come over and talk to us and say, I'm here in case of an injury. And then they're the first people to respond if there's an injury on the field. And I don't know how many of you remember, but last year there was a pretty significant injury in soccer. And then there's just lots of twisted knees and things like that. So I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I still have to kind of identify who that will be, but
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, it really does, having
Yeah.
experienced many sports injuries.
Yeah.
Great. Any other questions?
Well, just to catch me up, where does the money come for? I remember years ago, we didn't have much money for athletics. Where does that money come from?
Well, I mean, that could be a great question for
Okay,
in
later
the
on.
budget, but the short answer is. It all comes like from a general fund or from donated dollars. So this year we're budgeting 2 and some small change, Libby, for athletics.
Yes.
Yeah, so then we received 100 and 100 from Spanish Peaks Foundation to support our athletic programming. So it'll just go into that bucket.
Thanks.
Great.
I have no.
Okay. Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Move on
Aye.
to the,
I motion to approve pilot of Amplify Math for the Ophir Elementary School for the 2025-26 school year.
Second.
anything else we need to add to that from earlier?
Just, it's a grassroots effort. The teachers wanted it.
Yeah.
Our previous
Yeah.
curriculum, you couldn't teach in a 60-minute block. You couldn't teach within the 176 days we had students. And so they wanted this and did the legwork to find this one and put in a lot of time and hours.
Nice.
So, yeah.
When they say centers, is it like collaborative?
Hands-on
Yeah.
learning, yeah,
Like that?
yeah. Experience the math, yeah. It's awesome.
Nice. Well, and if they're excited about it, that's fantastic. So.
Yeah.
Great. I'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
Okay. I make a motion to approve SJ as an out of district.
I second the motion.
Any discussion on that at all?
It's mandatory.
Yes,
Yeah.
Madison County student. Okay.
Great. Call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Now the fun stuff.
I know. I motion to approve the fiscal year 25 trustees financial summary as presented.
Second.
But don't ask me questions.
Any discussion on that? You guys?
I feel like we talked about it a lot over time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Libby, anything else you need to add on that or?
I mean, not much, just to say that, in general, and you guys know this, that it's just basically the financial picture of fiscal year 25, school year 24-25.
Yep.
It shows all our revenues and expenditures. And sometimes, we have to move things to stay within the budget that we set for FY 25, but that's what it is.
Great. Any other questions?
This is the data that'll be audited in October.
Yeah.
Again, so,
Okay.
but before it goes to the Department of Revenue.
Okay, call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Pass unanimously.
I motion to
Right.
approve the fiscal year 26 budget as presented.
Second.
Anything you guys want to add to this?
I mean, if
I
people have a
don't know
chance
what
to
that
look at it,
Yeah.
I think, I do think there are some highlights. So
Or,
go ahead, Lydia, I'm just
Well-
gonna find the page.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna, or we were, and Corky might have to help me a little bit, it's my first time, so. But we have been doing lots of work on both, and, just looking at that budget memo, if you were able to read through that. The first part is just giving an overview of what the budgeted funds that we have. Into the taxable value data, if you have those sheets. The historical trends, and then also our official taxable value. It went up by about 25%. You can see that. Okay. For number 3 is the FY 26 proposed fund budgets and mill levies. And we had an overall increase of 1.9 mils. And Corky, jump in with anything if you see anything. You can see the yeah, our total requirement is 47.25, and it's an increase of 1.9 mils total. Okay. The budget comparison of FY 26 to FY 25 to 26. That with the new taxable value and the increase in 1.9, it's an increase of $2.57 per 100,000 of home value. So you can kind of think about that. Anything on that one?
That's perfect.
No.
The only thing I would add is that when we talk about budget, we generally are referring specifically to the general fund. Part of the approval today is all of the budgeted funds. And so going through them as she goes through them, kind of each is a separate bucket and each is approved today.
Yeah.
And that's the summary, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Are you done going through those, or? I was just gonna talk about the general fund, if that's okay.
That's fine. No, that's our next
I see.
spot. It's just that general fund. Overview, just to talk about the general fund. So if you want to say something. You can.
Yeah, page 80 of your packet. Is the expenditure data. This is. Where you're gonna be able to see where we're making up. Not that page 80 and 81 or 82, the revenue, so 79 and 80, they're sideways.
And they sure are.
You can
Like that's really
hit that
sideways.
little.
But that's where you're gonna be able to see in that lower section where.
There's that.
When we look at private dollars, reconciliation dollars, House Bill 408 dollars, how we're making up what our revenue. Shortage is. So that's in the public-private dollars down below, so approximately. $80,000, $85,000 in federal monies, which we are now gonna get. Big Sky Resort Resort Area District pays 50 grand. PTO 100 grand. Spanish Peaks 100 grand, Spanish Peaks 20 grand. And then we get into the real ones, the reconciliation payment from Ennis this year is gonna be about 400,000. And then we'll take 400,000 from the tax credit dollars. So that really the 400 from the tax credit dollars, and I think, again, I'm gonna reiterate how important that reconciliation payment is to the school district. So that 400,000 from House Bill 408 puts us at about 10% of our general fund, which is not a bad target. That's not including anything else, but from that, if you can, if we can remain at 400,000, when we can take in probably 650 this year, or 620, that's gonna make, we'll come out ahead.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can do that over the years. Then, I think the other thing of importance that the budget committee really talked about a lot is, you asked earlier, Barbara, like, where does that money come from? If you go to page 80, the expenditures, 90 in this year's budget, is it 97 or 99? It's 99, yeah. There's two red numbers.
97 if we include that 174,
But
but we already, that's that
Got it.
housing piece.
yeah. So, 97 to 99% of our general fund goes to salaries and benefits of staff.
Right. Was 95 the last time I was on the board, so.
It was 92 in fiscal year 23. Yeah, we could go on and on, but I think that's an important number. Because then, anything above and beyond that is really money that we recruit from
Yes.
different areas. So again, when we talk about 10% coming in, 400,000 coming in a reconciliation payment, which we kind of know next year is gonna be between 6 and 8, I think I could say comfortably. Right, next year that'll be between 6 and 8, because it's based on last year's numbers, and we know how many meals we're budgeting in this year, so we know the reconciliation payment. So, anything beyond salaries and benefits for certified and classified is money that we raise
Right.
or comes from an ancillary source.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anything else you guys want to add to that? And well, we appreciate you guys, you especially Dustin, with your fundraising and everything. That goes a long ways, obviously, and speaks to where a lot of that money comes from too. So that's been a lot of hard work over the years.
Yeah. Super small question, just because I remember it from years ago. We have the adult education. I know it pays for. Do we do a lot of adult education aside from the community theater?
Not really.
No, okay.
No, not really.
It's like there's a decent amount of money in there, that's all.
So that's a holdover from some years ago. We were to remodel the kitchen, so it could become a teaching kitchen in this building.
Mhm.
We couldn't get a contractor.
I see.
And so for 3 consecutive years, so we're just rolling that over.
Okay, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, I just don't see it.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
permissively levy that, it's your money.
Right.
And that's something that we can explore getting.
Yeah, there's potential to do.
That was 4 years.
Yeah.
We used it. At one point, we used it for the coordinator. Which got somebody a salary that was library /
Mhm.
that.
And we used some of it for the new building.
Mhm. Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah.
It's a fund I'm aware of.
But
I
that's the,
think it was like 17,000.
but that's what the
Last time I
I didn't even look for.
So if-
What is the balance? What's the budget?
I think it's a couple 100,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be used for a full-time employee, yes.
Yeah.
Someone that can coordinate that for language classes, art classes, woodworking classes, anything that's not infrastructure based.
Right,
So any kind of tools, any kind of materials, all of that can come out of adult ed. And yes, it can be as robust and as big as the individual running it wants it to be.
Mhm. But we don't pay anybody for adult ed right now.
At this point, no, we do
Yeah,
not.
we used it somehow. I'm trying to remember who
It was Vanessa.
it was also John.
It was John.
Yeah, because that's when we started, we realized we could do it through community theater. That was
Yeah, there's a lot of,
my idea. That's
there's a
why I
lot-
was there to look there.
there's a lot of flexibility
Yes,
outside
okay,
of infrastructure.
okay. Just looking at those little funds. They aren't so little.
Anything else to add
You should talk about.
Before we call for a vote there?
Yeah, we can go through the other funds if you would like to, there's the transportation fund.
Mhm.
That one is increasing, we're gonna use that to pay off the bus barn. So that will be nice.
Yeah.
The bus depreciation fund. We were able to depreciate our motor coach. So that is nice on that one. What else? Retirement fund. Is just a picture of our TRS and PRS liabilities, but the county handles that one. Adult education we talked about. Technology fund. We have the levy that comes in the amount of the 94 and a little bit of state grant money. And we use that for anything in the technology realm.
We didn't use that. All the cell phone stuff, was that donated?
Yeah, we paid for it, but it wasn't much.
Those little things that are cheap.
Oh, okay. I was some elaborate.
But there, and that woman was gonna pay for it too.
Yeah, and we can
Yeah.
we can circle back with her.
The building reserve fund represents the levies that we have. We have a building reserve levy. I believe we're in the 3rd year of that one. It's the 108.
33.
5.
Oh, 405, sorry. 405. SB 307 is a permissible levy, which they actually increased that amount this year. And then the debt service represents our bonds. One is from the construction of the elementary building. And then the last one that we did for the facilities.
This is our last year with the elementary building.
2028. So we're
Okay,
2 years to go.
2
This
more
is-
years. Okay.
This is the last year of Bozeman High School debt.
Wow.
Right.
So that comes off.
Really?
And so paying off the bus barn, paying off the Bozeman High School, and that it starts with enrollment and then some unknowns. It really kind of puts the school on solid ground fiscally.
Yeah, that's good timing on those for sure.
It's not as
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
I remember when they passed it. Then they suddenly would let us have our high school once we got bonded.
Great. Anything else you guys need to add?
And if anyone ever wants to look at anything more closely, you can always come into the business office, make an appointment, please. And you can look at anything.
And Barbara, you can see, I think one of the expenditure line items on there is the 200,000 for athletics. When you were on the board, I think it was 40.
No, we didn't have any,
Oh, really?
we had no line item, it was all the booster. It was specifically excluded to give anything to athletics, so that's when the booster club started.
Okay.
To cover that, so, and I was always told, everybody's always told something that ends up to not be true. So it's always interesting, just, like, you can't do that, you can't private fundraise, there was lots of things we were told that could not be done.
Okay.
That are being done, and it's worth.
And now look at us. Yeah.
In 2015, it was 65,000.
Well, I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's gone up.
My years were is.
Okay. Is that all on that subject?
Sorry.
We'll call for, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we'll call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's unanimously. Thank you, Libby and Corky, both for all your work there.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
Impressive.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. I'll take a motion on the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second it. Is her name
Is-
Betsy or is it Betsy? Because I really want to know. Okay, good.
Oh,
No, Betsy Stewart, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Call for a vote. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed unanimously.
And then
Thank,
I made a mistake. The future meeting date, that should be Tuesday, September 9th,
Oh,
not
yeah, about
Thursday.
that, okay.
Yep.
Perfect, because I was that.
And then the 14th of October as well.
Yep, I'll send out calendar invites.
So good.
Great. Anything else?
Thanks,
All right,
Matt.
meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Matt.
Good luck with everything moving forward, teachers.
Yeah, here we go. Here.